Hello friends, today we are going to express this equation in partial fraction. Let us start. So I have 2x squared minus x plus 1 divided by x plus 1 x minus 1 all that squared. This can be written in partial fraction as a divided by x plus 1 plus b divided by x minus 1 plus c divided by x minus 1 all that squared. Yes, in our last video we saw why we use this x minus 1 and this x minus 1 all that square. This is because this one is a repeated linear factor, and since it is a repeated linear factor, it is expressed in this form. Okay, now we multiply both sides of our equation by our denominator. By doing that, we are going to obtain 2x squared minus x plus 1 is equal to a times x minus 1 all that squared plus b times x plus 1 times x minus 1 plus c times x plus 1. Now with this equation, we can now let x take any number we choose, but I will still use my linear factor to obtain the values of a. But by using this linear factor, I will just obtain I will just obtain a, or for example just b. But after that I will now expand my equation and then equate the coefficients to obtain the other constants. Okay, let us see what I was explaining. So now I will say let x plus 1 is equal to 0. This implies x is equal to minus 1. And now where I found x in my equation, I will replace it by minus 1. So I will obtain 2 into bracket minus 1 squared minus into bracket minus 1 plus 1 is equal to a into bracket minus 1 all that squared plus, since here I have b x plus 1, this identity is 0, so here I will obtain 0 plus this also is 0, so I will obtain 0. So from here I will obtain 2 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 4a. Since here I will obtain minus 1 is minus 2, all that square will give me 4. So now I will obtain 4 is equal to 4a, and a will be 1. Now I will do the same with the other factor. So I will set minus x minus 1 to be equal to 0. This will imply x will be equal to 1. Now where I see x in my equation, I replace it by 1. So I will obtain 2 in bracket 1 all that squared minus in bracket 1 plus 1 is equal to a in bracket here, since I set x minus 1 to be 0, since I have a times x minus 1, all that squared, here it will be 0 squared plus b into 1 plus 1 times 0 plus times 0. Let me see. No. Yes, times 0 plus c times 1 plus 1. Okay. Now I will obtain here 2 minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 2c. And now this will give me at the end, this will give me at the end 2 is equal to 2c, and c will be 1. Okay, now I can let x be any number I choose, because I have a, I have c. It will now be very simple for me to find b. So let me say x is equal to 0, because it is the easiest choice I have. So this will give me 2 times 0 minus 0 plus 1 is equal to a in bracket 0 minus 1 all that squared plus b in bracket 0 plus 1 times 0 minus 1 plus c times 0 plus 1. So here I will obtain 1 is equal to a minus b plus c. A is 1 and c is 1, so I will obtain 1 is equal to 1 minus b plus 1. So this will imply minus b will be equal to 1 minus 2. So this will implies I will obtain minus b is equal to minus 1. This implies b is equal to 1. So now our equation can now be expressed. Our equation 2x squared minus x plus 1 divided by x plus 1 times x minus 1 all that square can now be written in the form 1 divided by x plus 1 plus 1 divided by x minus 1 plus 1 divided by x minus 1 all that squared. We are now in the end of this video. I thank you for watching my videos. I hope you learned something new today. Please subscribe to my channel. If you have any preoccupation or problems with partial fraction and other topics,